Ahoy and Avast! My name is Julian Rabb, and I am the Dungeon Master for Ghost Light Dice's run of Ghosts of Saltmarsh, the 5th edition module from Wizards of the Coast. Ghosts of Saltmarsh is an adventure that runs from 1st to 13th level, in which characters undergo dangerous missions on the high seas. Although Ghosts of Saltmarsh is a pre-written module, I have included some of my own ideas to make the adventure seem fresh and unique. Throughout this limited series, the players and I will sail the seas, fight off dangerous pirates, and might even uncover a sinister plot to take over the world. I hope you enjoy Ghost Light Dice's run of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Now let's weigh anchor and set sail.
What's happening? Yeah.
What's this? What are those? Who are you?
I forgot everything.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Ahoy there.
Are you ready, kids?
Welcome to the first session of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. We made it. It is July 4th. And we have with us our cast of characters. Do you want to just go around the table and kind of introduce ourselves? We start with you, Ashley.
My name's Ashley. I'm playing Cecilia Sis Weimar, which is Sorcerer Tiefling.
Wonderful.
I'm Courtney, and I'm playing Bastion, and he is a half-orc fighter.
Ooh.
Frank playing Crashis the Sizgisses. He's a lizard folk druid.
Can you give us that name one more time?
Crashis the Sizgisses.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm Abby. I'm playing Ilsa Primewater, variant human rogue.
I'm Allison, and I'll be playing Jasper Donaghy. He's a variant human barbarian.
Excellent.
My voice won't sound like this.
And who are you?
And I'm Julian. I'm the DM this time around.
Woo.
I've taken a 1.5 year long reprieve. Last time I DM'd was Dungeon of the Man Mage, so it's been a while. But
That was pre-Gunslinger.
that was pre-Gunslingers, before Ghostlight Dice was ever a thing. All right, let's get this underway. So the 5 of you, adventurers as you are, young in your adventuring lifestyle, perhaps, or maybe not, but new on this adventure, have all found yourselves in one shape or form of another on board the passenger ship, the Paradise, sailing off of the coast of southern Keoland, the kingdom that stretches across the continent of Greyhawk, across the Azure Sea. Lush forests dot the coast, splashing the sky with a green foreground. The sun shines benevolently down through cotton puff clouds, filtered below into a jade-colored sea. The Paradise itself is an accommodating ship, meant to transport about 60 passengers, not including the crew. Her mast flies the watered Havian flag, proudly in the wind, the vibrant blue and gold shield, a symbol of pride for anyone of the crown jewel of the Sword Coast. On the forecastle stands the captain, Drake Hoffman, a legendary man in normal circumstances. His experience is valid, but his tales are perhaps a bit too tall. He oversees the security of his passengers personally, and ensures that his crew behaves to his standards. As of this voyage, the ship holds about 15 passengers, not including the crew. The crew numbers somewhere around 30. It's a rather large crew, it's a rather large vessel. Although the Paradise is a passenger ship, many also use her voyages as transportation to and from Waterdeep. Mercenaries, politicians, and even scoundrels use her to navigate a bit more discreetly on the high seas. A young woman looks off the port side while sitting on a barrel, ignoring the dwarf who is content with telling his stories to anyone who will give him the time of day. Sailors run to and fro across the deck, securing lines, calling out orders, and avoiding contact with any of the passengers. Captain Hoffman has a strict professional attitude between his crew and passengers. Generally, they don't talk to each other unless the passenger talks to a crewman. So you know how it goes. On board this particular passenger list are several more dangerous individuals. Some of them are swindlers, some of them are criminals, and others may even be murderers. But not one of them on this adventure realized that the sea would offer each of them something more that day.
Spider powers.
Don't say it. Don't say it's Spidey power.
So let's start with Jasper. Would you like to describe yourself first?
Yeah.
I'm Jasper Donaghy. I'm about 6'4", very broad shoulders, very well-built man, made for heavy lifting and work. Has a kind of short, shaggy, dirty blonde hair that's kind of been pulled back. Mostly it's stuck in place by sea salt. Has a equally thick and short beard and mustache that matches the same color. His clothes, he's got a kind of an open sailing shirt that the sleeves are rolled up, and you can see that he has heavy scarring on his arms. Then just brown pants tucked into very weathered naval boots with gold accents, and he also has an orange and gold sash around his waist with blue accents.
Wonderful.
He's probably about 36 years old.
This is the first. Oh no, he's hot.
Right out of the gate.
Let me see. Let's see.
He is.
Oh yeah, we gotta get the D10s.
I only got a 5. I'm not
Okay.
into it.
His personality is off-putting.
And Jasper, what are you doing right now?
More than likely moving things around up from cargo
Mm-hmm.
up to the deck, like a daily task of bringing up what the kitchen might need.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally getting things up to the top deck.
Okay.
Really just moving crates around and making sure that things are anchored down in proper places on the ship.
Sure.
Kind of
The
going
heavy
between... Yeah, going from cargo to the top deck, back and forth.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Jasper. Elsa,
Yeah.
how'd you describe yourself?
Let's see. My perception of what is short is skewed because I, as a real person, am so tall. So Ailsa is just kind of a nondescript 5'6", slender, human female, kind of normal brown hair, normal brown eyes, not super striking, and that's on purpose. Because as soon as you make eye contact with her, it's like she knows every single fucking thing that you're thinking, and you're a little afraid. That until you talk to her and realize that she has no idea how to interact with humans. But that's beside the point. She doesn't look like she's really a laborer, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
These are not calloused hands, except maybe from like a quill. That's about it.
Get that
So-
writer's bump. Get that writer's
Yeah,
bump.
the writer's bump on the finger, for sure. So she's just kind of, normal, upper class, higher end traveling clothes, but just very practical, nothing flashy. She's probably just leaning against something, watching everyone. The tiny leather-bound notebook. She's kind of watching. No expression on her face, but her eyes are following everything that's going on.
Jesus Christ, Umbridge.
Fuck.
Wonderful. All right. Thank you, Essa.
Mm-hmm.
Crash this.
So, Crash
Crash.
is it would kind of tower over most of the people on the ship. He's about 6'5".
We got tall boys
Built
up
like
in here.
built, and who looks like if he was healthier, he would be kind of burly.
Oh no, he's hot.
But he looks kind of emaciated. He's 6'5" and then has another 8 inches of like frill that kind of comes up and down as he's interested in things. He's dressed in tattered animal skins.
Oh my god!
Okay.
When worlds collide.
He's got a bag that's made out of woven, it's like leather, but it looks like it's like just pieces of an animal that were cut up and then like pinned together with sharpened stakes and then eventually sewn together.
Kind of like a caveman.
I already
Yeah.
have issues. I'm confused.
He would be up on the poop, the rear of the ship, like perched, kind of like perched up like on a barrel with like what looks like an awl.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of like a sharpened stick with like a jaguar. What looks like kind of like a jaguar panther skull in his hand, making like holding it up, like looking at it, making like poking at it a little more.
Allow me. Forgive me for interrupting.
You're fine.
Allow me to draw the ship.
Ooh.
Oh, do so.
Hey, while you're drawing, I'll let you know that somebody on Twitter said, "Hey, Dice Dragon, you've got the shirt for a seafaring adventure."
I sure do. Yeah, I sure do.
Elsa, you said you were like propped up in a corner, kind of.
Yeah, just leaning against whatever.
So, like, right here.
You know, nobody can sneak up behind me.
Right.
That's
Normally where an aft is.
Where
it goes up.
yeah.
All right. So.
Assuming I'm here.
Some sort of proper wall.
I don't know where the door or the downstairs
Yep,
goes.
I'm
I figured you're
getting to that. So there's a door here and a door here. There are stairs leading up to. This is the main deck.
Okay.
Stairs on either side leading up to the forecastle.
Oh, like where Barbosa walked down.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, gotcha.
And then similarly,
Context.
all right here. Yeah, lots of Pirates of the Caribbean references.
That's literally all I know.
Yeah.
That's my entire reference for
Similarly here.
this.
So I can like lean up against the stairs or something.
Ghost stories. Yummy one. Apple.
That's a grate that you can see through down to the below decks.
So the front,
It's fine.
so the front and back of the ship
Are raised.
Are up.
Correct. And then there is mast.
Cool. I'm
Where's the
assuming
stairs to get downstairs?
ropes and ropes.
The stairs to get downstairs
Or in the back?
are. It's actually through the grate.
No, well, that's
You
fine.
can lift that up, and there are
Oh,
stairs that go
that's
down.
where I'm at.
Perfect.
Crash, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Was there anything else you wanted to describe about your character?
I don't know. Was he on? This is more of a DM question. Was
Yeah.
he on the boat when everybody else got on?
You were probably the first one on here, of the passengers.
Okay, good to know. So I've just been here.
I've been here the whole
yeah, I've
time.
been here the whole
I've
time.
been zooming.
Whatever length of journey we've been on, there's been an ominous lizard man.
Yeah, definitely the crew has been giving you a wide berth. Yeah.
At this point, how long have we been at sea?
For most of you, it's been about a week.
Okay.
You really haven't been on here long. For Crash, you've been on here probably closer to a month.
What are you doing? I don't like it. Okay.
Come and see.
And did you say where you were hanging out?
On the aft,
Okay.
on the raised
Gotcha.
raised area.
So you're hanging out with, let me get a mini for you. You're hanging out because the captain is at the helm.
Ooh. NPCs. Already.
I guess maybe the only other thing is like as you all would have seen Crash. Crash carries himself is a passenger, but carries himself and moves on the ship like a sailor.
Excellent.
Like when is like he's never off balance. He's all able to, if there's like a net down, he can like scramble up. Maybe like helping a little bit, like the sailor's helping out a little bit.
Sure.
When he can.
And I will have you know that I rolled a 10 on a d10 for Crash. So.
Yes!
He is hot.
He is
Sexy
hot.
lizard man.
Oh, he's hot in that way that's like rustic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent, thank you,
Like-
Crash.
Like that man could survive.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
That's also kind of how Bastion is, though. So.
Uh,
I'm gonna step on your toes, but I also have a tall, sexy boy coming up.
Yeah, Bastion, how would you describe yourself?
So Bastion is 6'2", so he's shorter than both of you apparently, but still pretty tall. You get the sense that he's kind of he's built for work, and he's built for survival, and he's built for fighting. So he has muscles, he's got abs, he often does not wear a shirt, and that exposes many scars down his gray-green flesh that he bears with honor. He also is just wearing some brown pants, really not too much going on in terms of what he's wearing, except he does keep his sword on his belt at all times, just at his side. It's kind of like a long cutlass, and he has jet black hair that's kind of just brushed out of his face. And what else about him? What else about my spicy boy? He's probably hanging out, like, is it midday, would you say? Like,
Yeah, it's the sun is not yet noon. It's probably
Okay.
early morning.
He's probably just
Mid-morning.
basking in the Titanic position out here, just taking in the sea. He loves to be at sea, and he also moves about the ship in a way that, like, he has his sea legs. He's been on a boat before. He knows what he's doing.
All right.
That kind of shit.
Where are you hanging out?
That, like, right Titanic position.
Titanic.
Oh, sorry.
Foxhole.
He's Titanicing.
He's out on the gym.
Let's
Yeah.
see how many different boat movies we can reference today.
Awesome.
Oh no, not into it.
Then, last but not least, Sis.
Yeah.
How would you describe yourself?
Well, she does not look like her usual self right now. She looks like a human.
Okay.
Yeah, she has dark black hair that kind of has some white and silver peeking through. And it's braided back where if you look closely, it might look like she has something hidden under there, but you can't tell. She's wearing very dark clothes, knee-high boots, and then she has a dagger like on her hilt. And then it also looks like she has a hairpin in her hair. And yeah, she's just chilling on the forecastle, leaning on the railing, looking over the rest of the ship, just keeping an eye on everyone.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Did I say how tall she was?
I
No.
don't know.
She's 6 foot.
Oh God, I'm so tiny.
Yeah, she's 6 foot, and she's kind of
Tall boys unite.
she's not like emaciated, but she's thin, kind of built, but not to the point where it would be like-
Wiry.
yeah.
Gotcha. Everyone is at minimum 6 inches taller than me. Just like, this is some bullshit.
Because I am short in real life, all of my characters are
That's
tall.
why all of mine are short.
I'm gonna be tall this time, okay? My voice will be hurt.
Okay.
Oh well, let me see how sexy
lady.
Sis is.
Sure.
Hang on. I've rolled real low for everyone else, so no.
Good.
The
Not
only
into
one
it.
I've rolled well for.
I think it's fitting for Ailsa that she doesn't find.
Yeah, it's like I don't care. Who are you?
Fitting for Jasper.
Just wait.
Oh,
You're gonna have to
Alright.
I have to roll again.
So we have our characters. Wonderful. So, with the sun not yet at its zenith, we have these characters: Jasper, Ailsa, Crash is this or Crash, Bastion, and Sis.
People would know her as Vera.
Vera.
Vera. Ooh.
She would have introduced herself as Vera.
With the one secret
Vera.
name. Oh, we're using our
Okay.
fake names.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
Um,
I'm Spider-Man.
as you guys are sort of just doing your own routine on the ship, like I said, sailors don't normally interact with the passengers. There are a few other passengers on the main deck as well. Like I said, there's the young woman who is working on ignoring a dwarf who is trying to who's just constantly talking.
Are they also up on the top
They
deck?
are also up there. Here's some minis for them.
So many things.
You can. This is the dwarf, and this is the girl.
Where are they?
They are on port, the left side. Yeah, that's right. The dwarf is sitting on a barrel. So, where you guys are, I will start with Bastion, because you're right there. The bow. The bow of the Paradise, where the anchor is kept. So you see a big, huge iron anchor that's covered in bilge and barnacles, and it is not a pretty thing, but it does its job.
He relates to this anchor.
And there's also spare rope that has been coiled up and is hung on the sides, on the inner railing of the bow. There are spare barrels in here, but inside is not much of anything. A lot of sailors don't come up here, actually. This is really just in case they're nearing port, nearing shore. That's when they'll throw the anchor down, and they'll store some supplies away. Let's see where it is. Ailsa, you are right by the ladder there, and right actually under that ladder you see a door.
Oh, okay.
And that door marked on the map, is one of the guest quarters. And in fact, this would be your room
Oh,
as well.
that makes sense. Okay.
Specifically in that room, these rooms are sort of the cheaper rooms, but they're not downright free. The people who did not pay sleep on the floor. So you have a twin-size bed and a dresser.
Okay.
And that's about it. It is not necessarily anything of comfort, but like I said, it's better than the floor. You could have kept personal possessions here, and you have your own key as well. So no one can enter your room unless you want them to.
Perfect.
Let's see. Crash. You're up on the forecastle here. Not
It's
the
on the
forecastle.
aft.
The aft castle.
I labeled them so I would remember.
And that is where Drake Hoffman is. Now, Drake Hoffman is a man, sort of. Okay, imagine Clancy Brown.
Yeah.
But
Double Clancy Browns.
But a huge white mutton chops, just white as could be and full. His skin is leathery from years and years of sea travel.
Same. Because I'm a lizard.
And he has tufts of white hair sticking out from his sailor's captain's cap that he wears, that is actually pinned with medals of distinction. He has a lot of them. It's a navy blue captain's hat. He wears a long, old maroon duster that kind of touches the floor. It's got cuts, bullet holes, singes. It's got pretty much everything you could think of that would dirty a coat. Stains. And on his hip, he actually has a cutlass. Old cutlass, but it looks like as though he's not taken it out in a long time. And as you're kind of just enjoying the sea breeze, you hear a call out from the crow's nest. There is a sailor up there, up in the crow's nest. And it's kind of just like a big whistle. And you hear a "Land ho! Land ho!" And immediately upon the land ho, the crew seems to spring into action. So Jasper, you along with the 29 other members of the crew are immediately climbing up rigging, starting to fold back sails. You, not necessarily, you're not as great at climbing up those ropes as some of the... You're not bad at it, but there are some smaller, more nimble people.
I'm probably bringing up the anchor.
Yeah. So, Jasper, you are going to head up towards the bow to where Bastion is, where the anchor is. But immediately, as all of these crew members start to hustle and bustle, and it's kind of like a hive now, this little buzz of activity. And Captain Hoffman sort of says to you, Crash, he kind of says, well, you may need to start heading below decks. That might be best. Just out of the way of some of the crew. You can stay up here if you'd like, but I'm just giving you what you might be more comfortable.
Like kind of shrugs, puts his jaguar skull into his bag.
Yeah.
Just like
Captain Hoffman's kind of like... But then he looks at it, and then he kind of shrugs. You've had this skull out several times.
Gives like a surprising like smart salute. And then like goes down. It's kind of scat. He's very much like lots of arms and legs.
Ugh.
Ew.
Awesome.
Scuttle down there, gross.
I'll pull back against the door to my cabin so I'm out of the way, but still watching everything happen.
Sure. Okay. Vera, what would you like to be doing now?
So sailors are coming up by where I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're kind of, you see, normally there were maybe like 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
But now that the land ho call has been sounded, that grate is lifted up like a trap door, and people are pouring out from under the deck.
Huh. Cool. How high is it from the forecastle to the main deck?
The stairs go up probably 10 feet.
Okay, I'm just gonna like flip over the railing and land on the deck.
Okay.
Just to get out of the way quicker.
Sure. Absolutely. Just staying out of the way. And Bastion,
Yep.
you see this large man, intimidating man. He's big, and he looks like you don't want to get in his way. He looks like he's coming right in your direction. What would you like to do?
Oh,
I would like to watch them fight.
I would
like to do.
He's just gonna be like, ahoy!
Jasper's gonna look at you, kind of just like furrow his brow and just like, and immediately go towards the anchor.
And just push past me.
But, ahoy.
Sorry, I thought you were coming straight to me, man. My bad.
Nope, just doing my job.
He's just gonna watch.
Jasper, you need to make an athletics check to lift the anchor.
First roll of the game.
First roll of the game. All right.
Wow!
So almost without.
Holy hell! For +5 on top of that.
So perhaps in a bit of performance as well, you kind of just lift up the anchor effortlessly and just splash it down into the water. And you immediately see the rope. Bastion, you see this as well. The rope just begins uncoiling and trailing itself down over the railing.
Damn! And he'll extend his hand.
Dust off my hand.
Shakes it very firmly.
Jasper,
Bastion!
nice to meet you. And immediately turn the opposite way and walk away.
Okay.
Slightly off topic. Have you seen those videos of like anchor chain failures on like battleships?
Oh yeah.
This is just fucking like
That shit can kill you.
yeah, just like it's insane.
And it snaps and come right back up.
Yeah. It's not good.
That's why I'm moving away from the bow.
So as you are sort of either getting out of the way or doing your duties on the ship, what's everyone's passives?
9.
Good question.
14.
I don't know if that's possible.
When you
I
roll
didn't write it down.
Mine is.
Elsa, you said 14?
14, yes.
18.
18?
13.
13?
14.
Everyone but Jasper.
I'm too busy doing my job.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. Everyone but Jasper. You can see up ahead towards the north, after about a week or so for Crash, about a month of sailing with no land in sight, you finally see green and gray of a horizon of land, of civilization, which for some of you, maybe a lot of us are used to sea travel, but some of us might be like, thank the gods that we can finally see land again.
I would like fresh food. Thank you.
Fresh food, fresh water, out of your own bathroom, because it does not smell good on this ship, as much as it might be nice to. You see land. However, you also see something else. You see another ship approaching, sort of perpendicular to yours. And this ship, well, it approaches with a cold mist, almost pouring off of the port and starboard sides. That's what it looks like almost. Its gray-green woodwork gives it almost a corpse-like appearance. This boat does not look like it's a healthy ship. It looks very much like it's diseased or has some sort of mold and mildew in its woodwork. The twin masts stab into the sky, boasting sails stained with years of salty breeze. What were once white sails are now almost ruddy, and unclean is a good word for it. You do not see crew on this ship, yet it is sailing towards you. Jasper.
Would I know anything about this kind of ship?
I didn't think you saw it, baby.
You didn't
Oh.
Never mind.
Damn, that's true.
Good night.
Bear of bad news.
Crash is gonna get like more towards the. If I notice this before going down.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
He'll be like almost like full on. We're gonna treasure planet that
Oh.
like up on like the railing, like leaning over, holding on to a rope that he knows isn't gonna be needed for something.
Sure.
So it's like on like the net ladder, and look at this.
Okay.
Because, well, I guess, yeah, because you guys have seen, this is like, his crest is like fully like
Erect.
up.
No, stop. Stop it.
He went.
We're gonna say cockatiel.
You're full cockatiel.
It's
not better.
like a deep like red and orange, which clashes with his forest green scales. And he's just like fixed on that and on the land beyond it.
Okay. Vera, you wanted to do something.
No, I wanted to ask, is it coming from the starboard side or the port side?
Coming from the port side.
Okay. Cool.
Port side.
Then yeah, I'm gonna move towards that side just to look
Okay.
off the side.
It's at this point that Captain Hoffman, there's a bell right next to, sort of on the railing by the helm, and you hear a ding ding, and that's sort of the all call. And he shouts in a very loud voice, especially for someone his age. He says, "All passengers may be best going below." It is at this point that you see everyone has now seen this boat coming perpendicularly. You see that it is actually it is flying a flag, a tattered flag
That's what I was just gonna ask.
of a red skull on a purple rampart.
Is this?
That's never good.
Do we recognize it?
You can make a history check.
Ooh, yes.
I'll do it.
I'd love to.
Yep. Jasper, you can make one as well.
Not great at that, but I'll try.
13.
13,
9.
9.
4.
Okay.
Unless it's a survival check from my sailor background.
No, it's not a survival check, unfortunately. This is recalling information.
Yeah.
So, the only one who manages to even get a hint of what this could be would be Jasper. Jasper, you do not immediately recognize this flag. There's a lot of ships that you've come across flying a skull flag. However, a red skull, red and purple,
Jordan Peterson? I'm sorry, I had to.
red and purple typically is associated with the followers of Iuz.
How do you spell that?
I-U-Z.
Okay.
You don't know much about the followers of Iuz, but they're typically not good news.
I use is bad news.
Indeed.
Vegas.
So what do you guys like to do?
I have a question.
Yes.
If crew has weapons or anything, would that be downstairs?
Yes.
I know where I'm going.
Okay, you're heading downstairs.
All the way
Below
down.
decks.
Below decks to go get my shit.
Okay.
Crash goes downstairs as well, pulls out. It has has a seeing the scary one making a beeline like down, it's like, this is bad.
Yeah.
This could get bad. Pulls out like effectively what looks like the thigh bone from the jaguar.
Awesome.
That has some like a grass braiding around it to make a handle.
You can see that Captain Drake Hoffman has left the helm. He is no longer manning the helm, and there seems to be a young man next to him, and they're conferring with each other. The young man seems to be. He actually looks he wears a open white shirt with large sleeves and a leather vest. He wears red leather fingerless gloves and sturdy brown greaves. At his side is a rapier with a domed hilter guard. He has blonde, wavy, shoulder-length hair, and he has a well-groomed chin-strap beard.
A young Zac Efron.
Maybe.
I'm rolling
He's definitely.
below 5s on everyone.
He's not doing it.
I go down as well.
Yes.
I'm gonna like be kind of like almost underneath the stairs, like ready.
Sure. Okay.
So you
Awesome.
come. Yeah.
Elsa.
Okay, so I'm not good at people telling me what to do. So this is very much like both of Elsa's hands disappear into her skirt, and then the right one comes back without the notebook in it. She opens the door to her room, which is behind her, and just reaches in and comes back with a short sword, just kind of standing in the doorway. The left hand comes out with some sort of leather contraption. Nobody can quite tell at first glance what it is. Just kind of vibing in the doorway, like, alright, if shit hits the fan, I can, like, pop in and close my door real quick, but I'm also here to see what's going on.
You're prepared. How about you, Bastion?
I am actively watching this ship and eagerly awaiting it.
Okay, so making no moves towards going below decks.
No.
Just like kind of like
I'm like,
looking at
shit.
it, looking at the ship.
Like a Midwestern dad looking at a tornado.
literally just
Like all of us
Grab
last
me.
week when
Where
there
is
was a tornado.
I'm coming for you.
I've moved back to the main mast with my
Yeah.
back against it,
Sure.
still watching off the port side for this other ship.
Okay. Yes, Jasper.
Would this be enough time has passed for me to come back up to deck? Or no?
No, you've probably just now hit the hold. So because you have to clear 2 decks essentially.
I know.
That would do it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna grab my glaive from under my hammock.
Okay. Your hammock is sort of isolated from the rest of the crew members' hammocks, whereas all of the other crew members' hammocks are sort of lined up above and below each other. They kind of go in like bunk bed style. Yours is the closest towards the bow, and no one is above you or below you.
That's right. Give me my damn space.
Does not play well with others.
Does not play well with others.
Nope. Like touch the glaive, get the sharp end of the stick.
Those of you who are on deck,
Nervous. My room counts as the below decks I was sent to, right? Because it locks.
it is below a deck,
Yeah, technically.
technically.
It's my room. Where else would I go? Someone else's room? That'd be weird. That's weird.
So for everyone, you see this ship approach, and you hear from the other ship, you hear a almost like a horn, a hailing horn.
Oh.
And Captain Hoffman goes up to the rails of the helm and starts barking orders like mad. And all of the crew members stop what they're doing and line up facing the ship.
nice. I'm standing with him.
Jasper, at this point, you can come running back up.
I go, just big old glaive
Do I
up on the deck,
hear what
pushing
he's saying?
myself up.
Yes, you can
Are,
hear
you,
what
are,
he's
these,
saying.
are these like combat orders?
Yes.
Okay, then I will come up as well.
Yeah, he is, essentially he's saying, stand your ground. We'll see what they want. If it comes to a fight, no quarter.
Good.
The rest of the passengers that you've seen are not on deck. They're below.
Oh, so that lady and the dwarf are
Correct. They are
downstairs.
not
Okay.
on the deck. They have swiftly made their way downstairs.
Well, I don't want to fight.
I mean, most people don't.
Yeah, well.
Vera,
my
you had
wife's
something?
upstairs.
I would like to cast mage armor on myself at this
Major
point.
armor. Sure. Nice.
Smart.
Okay. And eventually the ship comes so close that you can see now really properly onto the deck. The woodwork still, even on the deck itself where people walk, is green, covered in mildew and almost like seaweed. This is not a well-kept ship by any means.
He's a Flying Dutchman.
However, you do see a door open from what looks to be probably a captain's quarters on the ship. And you see a solidly built man. His blue-tinted skin appears to glisten with moisture, yet his heavier overcoat seems quite dry. Twin cutlasses flank his hips, and a flintlock pistol rests in a loop across his chest. He's bald, yet his ears are split in twain with a translucent membrane, blue membrane connecting the two of them.
Is this guy's general vibe ring an unpleasant bell for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy looks like he's not here to have a good conversation.
Okay.
And the ship starts to turn. Starts to turn. So your ship is going this way. The bow is right here, towards my fingers, and it lines up opposite
Oh god.
length. So that their bow is towards your aft.
Okay, so we're like passing. We're like passing.
I'll show them my aft.
Here's my aft.
And it's at this point that you can see that they've already dropped anchor.
Oh, so they. Oh, okay.
So they're like slowing down.
Correct. They are trying to line up parallel to you. They overshot it a little bit, but they are essentially. Eventually, they slow down. You can even hear the wood grind, like the two woods of your ship kind of.
Because we're still in the middle of the harbor.
You're not even at the harbor yet.
Oh, so you, oh shit.
Just saw
Approaching
land,
land.
bro.
You just saw land.
Just saw.
Jeez.
We're right fucked. We're being intercepted.
The interceptor. Actually, if anyone wants to make a perception check, go for it.
Because we all reach for dice.
Oh my god.
Natural 20. My first roll of the game.
18.
15,
16.
16,
9.
9. You all see the ship's name, kind of almost just carved into the bow of the ship, is the Devil's Rack. Spelled Devils and then Rack, W-R-A-C-K.
Gross, wet captain.
Gross, wet, blue captain.
Blue
I know what he is.
captain. Wait, let me see if he's sexy.
Yeah, that's what we played with
No.
one.
Incorrect.
Excuse me?
What? The gross blue captain? Stop. I'm just vibe checking. I'm vibe checking, you know? It's a new character. Nothing
Socially
like this.
unawares.
Like, I have no... It's like, oh, you're breathing.
The crew do not look bold. They
Ours
look-
or theirs?
Yours.
Oh.
Fucking if I don't,
They
I'm
look-
ready to drop blood.
They look nervous.
Can I help them intimidate?
Give him a chest thrust.
Yeah.
See with your chest.
What's up? Fight.
A lot of them seem to be shifting their weight. You can see that some of their hands are sort of twitching
Sure, sign
near their weapons. What's up, Jasper?
Any of the crewmates near me,
Yeah, you got a couple nearby you.
let me say, just hold steady.
One of the crewmates who, his name is Bo, actually. He kind of turns to you and he says, This was just supposed to be an easy transport. They told us that there wouldn't be any pirates.
Baby.
You always have to expect a pirate. If you want, you can cower below decks, or you can prove yourself to be a man. Now buck up.
He kind of, not necessarily words of comfort. He's
I'm not your mommy.
he is seems to just grow pale.
Good.
That's gonna be another.
The wind seems to have picked up a bit. The sails seem to... Wind just blowing in through the sails. The flag is whipping in the wind, almost. Yet clouds have not grown. Seems to be some other sort of effect, perhaps. It's... Huh?
And we still see the one guy on deck.
You see the one guy.
And I don't recognize him?
Nope.
Cool.
Huh.
It's silent for probably a couple minutes. Because the captain, or what you could possibly assume to be the captain, is just looking at the ship, your ship, the Paradise. And on his face is almost a cocky smirk. As if he knows exactly what this ship is, who's on it, and how to do it.
This bitch.
How far away is he if he's on his ship and it's up next to ours?
He is probably from you,
Uh-huh.
5 foot squares.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, 10 foot squares.
Oh, okay.
10 foot squares. Like 80 feet
Away.
away
Oh,
from
me, specifically.
Is he? So he's like.
I will draw. I'll draw the ship.
Because their ship is like flip-flop to ours.
Correct. It is a little bit bigger than yours. He has not made a move. But after a couple minutes of silence, perhaps. Oh, Vera, sorry.
It's okay. Did the guy from the crow's nest come down? Did the
No.
crew member? Okay.
Nope, he's still up there.
That's his job.
Does it look like there's room up there for a second person?
You could probably squeeze.
Small.
Normally not meant for 2 people, but you could probably squeeze.
Nah, it's fine.
After about a couple of minutes of silence, he starts to move. He just walks calmly up to the side of his ship, up to his port side, and grabs a gangplank. And just calmly picks it up and lays it down.
Oh, it's right by me.
And he puts it down, climbs up, and starts walking.
Can I do a vibe check?
A vibe check. You
I
can do an
think it's
insight
probably
check.
insight, yeah.
I would
Okay.
like to look at Captain Hoffman, kind of like very disgruntled with the fact that he hasn't said anything yet.
Yeah.
This is negotiations 101.
I rolled a 10.
You can see that he has not outwardly attacked.
Okay.
He's most likely interested in some sort of parlay
Okay.
before an attack would commence.
But still looks kind of hostile.
Yes,
Okay.
certainly. He's not
Okay.
a friendly adversary.
Okay.
As he walks, you can see he's got these big bilge boots on. Boots for wading in deep water. And at this time, Jasper, as you're looking at Captain Hoffman, he has made his way down the railing onto the main deck, as well as his first mate, who's behind him.
Is that Chinstrap Boy?
Yes.
Nice.
Zac Efron?
You want a name for him? His name is Victor Kyle. Victor, but Kyle spelled Kiel.
Zephron.
Sure.
It'll help me remember.
Yeah, I get you. And he doesn't get too close to this trespasser. He kind of stands probably a comfortable 10 feet, 20 feet away from him. Crosses his arms. Says, "What business have ye here?" And to that, the mysterious man kind of just open arms looks at all of the crew assembled here. "I appreciate you gathering all of your men here today. It saves me the trouble. My name is Zaf, and I have come to possess what is mine." And to that, the crew kind of like, general murmur. And he kind of just, to that, he raises his arms and he says, "Fear not, I do not intend to harm anyone. I'm here for the ship. That's all." Jasper.
May I make an insight check?
Sure.
That's a natural 20 for a 21.
You kind of give him a look, kind of seeing what he's hearing, his words, his facial expressions. You can see in his eyes that he's determined to get what he wants. He's not necessarily, to you, he wants this ship as easily as possible.
But bloodshed, if necessary.
Any means possible. I need perception checks.
16.
Much better.
15.
15.
25.
12.
7.
Everyone higher than a 15.
Matches?
15 or higher.
Okay.
Sees a flicker of movement off the starboard side
Of their ship?
of your ship. Those of you who do see the flicker of movement see sort of what looks like a taller woman, but she's gaunt and almost looks underfed. And you see a hand kind of just grasp the railing and begin to pull herself up from the side of the ship.
Does she look wet and slimy and blue like the other guy?
She does not, actually. You can see that she's not even really wearing proper clothes. She seems to have draped a purple flag over herself that is dripping with water.
Okay.
And her facial expressions almost are rat-like.
But visibly hostile.
She has a dagger in her mouth.
Okay.
She's a normal-sized human lady. She's not
tall.
Oh, okay, she's like is she a giant woman?
No. Certainly, she stands probably around the same heights as your taller companions.
Okay, I don't even see her. I just wanted to know for myself.
Correct. Although some of you see her, and all you see is her she has, now at this point, straddled the railing.
I would like to ready an action.
Okay.
If she makes any move to attack anybody on the ship, I am gonna go right for her fucking throat.
Okay.
I also... How impulsive should I be?
Oh.
Let's see.
I'm impulsive.
This is the session that decides your character's impulses, so.
Yeah!
While you're deciding to get your Gremlin class.
That was already decided for you.
Right.
I'm a Donaghy.
I'm just deciding. I don't know.
It's pronounced Donaghy, you bastard.
No, it's Donaghy.
Let's see. I'm
said-
very
You
dexterous.
said Pop died 4 years ago.
How smart am I? You know what? Let's find out.
I gauge that as wisdom.
Yeah, I'm looking at, like, intelligence versus wisdom versus... Okay. I would also like to ready an action with the same trigger. If it
If she
appears
moves
that
to
she
attack.
moves to attack, then I've got...
Hey,
But
what's
I don't-
poppin'?
I don't want
mind you just
to
watching.
give away, you know?
I got you.
So
Oh,
I'll sit
I
on
don't
it.
give a shit. I immediately...
I'm hiding, so...
I pull my glaive out, like...
But I'm just saying that you notice her,
Yeah, okay.
and she notices you notice her.
That's a tricky shit.
Okay.
You're flanking right now. So, yeah. I don't... No.
No, thank you.
No.
Yeah.
Out of my ship.
Captain Hoffman says, "Well, you can't perfectly expect us to give up my ship. And my crew and the passengers were heading to Saltmarsh." And this Zaf sort of, "Well, I could always supply you with keel boats. You get to your destination, I get my boat. How's that?" And at this point, Victor Kyle kind of abruptly interrupts. And he says, "Absolutely not. You do not get to claim what is Captain Hoffman's property. He's a distinguished veteran of the Kiosh Navy, and it would be folly to challenge him." Almost a stunned silence from Zaf. How brave, how brave. Well, my friends, I would hate for anything to come between us and our friendship than just a piece of floating wood. As you can see, my ship is in dire need of repair. And your ship would do just so nicely to help mine out. So I'll give you one last chance to confer. But if you decide poorly, then I'm afraid I'll have no choice. And he sort of leans against the railing.
What's this fucking lady doing? Still sitting there?
She's still straddling the railing.
She's
here.
just like waiting.
Yeah, and you can see now that she's taken the knife out of her mouth, and those of you who noticed her, she's kind of hairy.
Is there a check I can make to, like, figure out what she is? Like
Um,
what kind of, if you, like a, either
yeah.
she's a humanoid, is she
Nature.
Nature, okay. I am okay.
It is.
Oh, my bonuses are so low.
Oh shit, nat 20.
Oh wow,
23.
A lot of nat 20s so far.
Right. Jeez, what are the odds?
You've seen some of these folk before
Oh,
in the jungle, in the Amedio jungle,
okay.
way back in your past. These people, like I said, she's rat-like in appearance, and some of them, you've seen people before who have these sort of facial features, characteristics, who have been known to shift between the forms of the rat and the human.
And then one last question. So I know what I want to do. How far from land are we?
Less than a mile.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I can swim.
That's why he offered us keel boats. Row, row, row yourself to shore. Give me all your stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Captain Hoffman kind of just stands there and scratches his beard, looks at his crew, looks at Victor. Will you give us a minute to confer? To which Zaf sort of, sure, fine. But I'm not leaving until you've made a decision. To which Hoffman walks towards closer to the middle and waves the crew over and everyone who's on deck to come to him.
Vera is standing on the very outskirts of this.
Yeah, I'm also on the outside edge of this circle.
I'm closer to Zaf. Like, I'm not taking my eyes off of Zaf, but I am, like, listening to the group powwow.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also have a hand on the dagger in my belt and readying an action that if anyone comes for me, they'll attack.
Yeah, I'll pull up in the back of the circle.
So those of you who are near the huddle, that's a good-sized crowd here. It's all the crew members.
Yeah, it's like
It's like
30,
34 people.
35 people.
Hoffman kind of just, all right, I don't want to give up the ship, but I have passengers below who are not combatants and are important. And there's some documentation. Yeah, so are you part of this meeting? He kind of casts an eye towards you. Documentation that I'd rather not get into pirate hands.
Jasper takes notes of that.
My inclination is to fight. That being said, some of your lives may be lost. That is a sacrifice I'm willing to do. No, but he sort of the opposite. He says, I want to make sure that decision is right with most of you before I make that decision.
Those that can't fight should just jump the ship.
Noted, Mr. Donaghy.
Jasper hated that.
That's how he's addressed you, pretty much.
Yeah, I know. I hate it.
Crash will kind of like... Crash kind of like, is like tall, but like usually is kind of like down a little bit. But like kind of like stands up, so now it's kind of like... like ahead, kind of above everybody else. And this is probably the first time most people have heard him talk. Essentially does Captain Hoffman's voice to Captain Hoffman. This was not planned.
This was not planned.
It says, Captain, I would be lying if I said getting to shore wasn't my only goal. But your kindness is what saved me, and I will follow you to the gates of hell if that is what you require.
I admire your devotion. I'm glad to have someone of that ilk on my side. The rest of you, what say ye? Your words are important to my ears.
I'm fighting.
He nods. Speak now or forever be content.
Well, hell, if the rest of y'all are fighting, then I'll fight. Screw it.
Bastion is just the only person who's not whispering.
Hoffman backs up from the group and turns towards Zaf. We've made a decision, and I hope it's the right one. I believe it is. And without perhaps another moment of hesitation, he draws a pistol from under his coat and fires point blank at Zaf.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Roll against yourself, Julian. This is the best part.
Wolf. Missing.
God.
So you just is a flintlock pistol fires, and Zeph kind of like looks down over himself and kind of looks up like, I was hoping you'd make that decision.
Yeah.
And he, from his necklace, he pulls out a whistle
Ah!
Yeah,
Yay.
yeah, yeah.
and blows, but no sound comes out.
Here we go.
Yay.
Oh, mother.
Roll for initiative.
Ghost shit.
There we go. There it is.
Nice. That's a good one.
Oh.
Oh, fuck!
Hell yeah.
Not so.
This is like how I fucking felt when I played Ben the other day.
Uh-huh.
Just fucking popping off.
All those.
All right,
Oh,
Vera.
21.
Bastion.
15.
Crash.
22.
Very nice.
Oh yeah.
Ilsa.
17.
17. And Jasper.
9.
Hey, that's alright.
There you go.
Hey, that's alright.
Alrighty, let's get. Oh, I gotta get my shit ready.
Yeah, you have to play
Yeah, I know. I gotta-
31 people.
Yep.
And then everyone else that shows up.
That's right, 29 zombies.
No, God.
Just really not looking forward to my first nat one.
Oh, yeah.
So I took a dark gift, so it gets interesting.
Crash. You are first. Crash.
Fuck.
Crash, you're first.
This might not. Do I see? Well, I had a thing I wanted to do, but do I don't see anybody else yet.
Perception check.
Yeah, well, it's
Coming
such a
up.
pretty
Those
D20.
bitches.
14.
I know exactly what the fuck they're doing.
You see more people.
Okay.
Yay!
In fact, you don't see necessarily people at first. You see hooks
Yep.
on the
Yay.
railing.
Yep, there it is.
I had a feeling they were not on the boat.
Yeah, they swam.
Okay.
Of course, the empty ship was
That's
Okay.
how you
Okay.
know.
Okay.
That's how you know
God, it's like
they're
profe-
assholes.
It's like the professional pirates or something.
It's like they're professional pirates.
We should practice our piracy, guys. This is,
We're taking notes.
yeah.
Take notes. I've already done my time. I've served my nickel. Is she just gonna stay here?
I have a mini for her.
Oh, she's fancy.
She's a
So using them professionally painted
Did you get her?
D&D first edition minis.
am.
Okay, my Saltmarsh, my sea,
Oh god.
my ocean dye is the only one that's helping me right
Bro.
Fucking Morty face.
now. That's this is not
I hope
a lot of people.
15.
We got it.
That's
Well,
it.
where's
That's
our
it.
30 minis for the crew?
We need space. They're around.
I don't have that many dice. I don't want to flood the boat with dice.
Technically, each square of this boat has 4 crew members on it because they're 10-foot squares.
The crew is going last, so.
Oh,
Good.
Sick.
So Crash, you notice hooks in the side of the boat.
Okay, what I want to do... So I have 2 that have come up, like, right next to me.
Yeah.
Would I be able to get those 2 hooks in a 15-foot cube?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. So I will see the 2 kind of like chung, chung,
Yeah.
up next to me. I will turn and cast Thunderwave at the railing.
Okay.
So hopefully to like dislodge. So they have to make both have to make a con save.
Sure. All right, con.
Yeah.
I've got a 17 and a 15.
Okay, both make it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like half. 5, so 2 thunder damage. But what I'm hoping would happen is that the unsecured objects that are completely within the area, so the hooks.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to like either break the railing or get like the hooks to dislodge more than
Injuring
to do
the
damage.
actual pirates, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of a huge wave of force almost. It kind of weighs its way. You can see the wood on the banister splinter and crack away. And indeed, one of the hooks
Okay.
manages to just kind of like falls through, and you hear a ah!
Nice.
As one of the bandits is effectively in the water.
Okay.
Excellent.
Nice.
Oh, and as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Shillelagh.
Excellent. All right. Next up is Vera.
Cool. So you said that on Zaf, that's
Mhm.
the other captain.
Yes.
We can see a pistol.
He has a
across his-
pistol in a loop on his chest.
Does it look like it's very accessible?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna lich me again, Ashley?
Yeah.
Are you gonna take my NPC's weapons from me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
I want to go up and like feign attack him, but like sleight of hand to pull the
Okay.
Snatch it.
to snatch
Yeah. Yeah.
the gun away from
All
him.
right. Let's see.
Oof. Oh, mama. I already know what I'm gonna do. I can do
What I'd like you to
anything.
do first is I'd like you to roll a hit.
Okay. Because like I'm not actually trying to hit him.
Correct. I'm just trying
You're trying
to
to
keep you
grab
grab him.
Is that touch attack? Is that grapple?
That's a natural 20.
Yeah. Yeah. So you kind of just like go up to him, almost like calmly in a way. Kind of walk up to him, but obviously he's kind of like, what's going on? Because he hasn't drawn his weapons yet. He hasn't drawn his weapons. So you kind of come up to him and you just kind of go in almost for like a punch. But instead, so he goes to feint it,
Yeah.
and then as he turns his body, you just and grab the pistol right from out his loop. And in the face, he's kind of like, ah!
He makes the face Julian. Like,
Just the crumpled Kermit face that you made when she rolled that nat 20.
my Valentina bag.
We were doing that exact Julian face in the car today. We were like, you know the face Julian makes? Ah, that one.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Wonderful.
Sorry.
No, it's
The dice
you
tell
couldn't
the
wait
story.
to do it again.
It's been a campaign.
It's been
The dice tell the story. It's been 3 years. Let her have this.
Yeah, no.
This is exactly how that played out too.
Not me.
Go. Is that it, Ashley?
So I walked up to him, did that. That was my action
Yeah.
to grab it.
Yep.
Fucking A.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do right now. I just have the gun trained on his face.
Awesome. It's his turn now. And he's going to at this just draw both of his scimitars and go in for an attack against you.
Oh, cool.
Dual wielding scimitars?
Yes.
Similar.
So 2 scimitar attacks coming at you.
Yeah.
A 12 and a 15.
The 15 matches my mage armor.
15 will hit.
Thank God.
Good thing for mage armor. Dealing 9 slashing damage.
I'm down.
Immediately.
Boom.
Yeah.
This guy was like,
that's
I
cool.
know, I've seen all I need to see. Immediately now. Immediately.
he
That-
comes
that-
to you and so one. Sorry, what'd you want to say?
That drops.
That drops me to 2-0.
No,
You're-
that drops
Mage armor.
Yeah.
your
Your
look too.
disguise.
Oh, yep.
No, it's actually paint.
Oh.
I'm proficient with the disguise kit.
Oh.
I was gonna say if you
Oh.
braid it over, yeah. Okay.
So the Zeph
I see.
flashes one scimitar towards you. Your mage armor kind of boom. That bounces that off. But then the other one that you kind of forgot about, kind of from the back, just rakes across your back. And you feel a sharp across your back, and you just kind of across down. And he then throws a dagger at Hoffman.
This bitch. with
Damn.
attacks.
He hits.
How's he do that if he has a scimitar in each hand?
He has a bonus action to throw his daggers. So he can.
He does the full fucking like One Piece guy
Yeah.
whose name escapes me.
All right, that is. And then he's going to step away from you.
course he is.
Yeah, towards there. More towards the bow a bit.
Yeah,
the
that's
full 30 feet.
So he's up on.
Yeah,
up
he
on
is.
top
He's on
of
the stair.
He's
of
doing
the-
a Barbosa.
Yes, he's doing a Barbosa. That is Zaf's turn.
That hoe.
The pirates.
He knows exactly.
No.
The pirates are going to spend their action climbing.
No.
They're
Oh.
now on the boat.
No!
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 Fucking try me.
They
Are they like on the like is on
They
the
are now
railing,
straddling
or-
the railing.
That guy's in the water.
That guy's in the water.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's
That's their turn.
moved in.
Please.
Thanks, Courtney.
Yes, thank you.
It's helping, and I helped.
It's not my
Um,
turn yet.
next up is Elsa.
No, it's my turn. I'm sorry.
Okay. I want to hop up on the ladder
Mm-hmm.
that's right next to me and stab down at the guy on the railing
Yeah.
right by the ladder. We'll try. With my short sword.
This is the most I've been excited for combat as a PC.
22.
22 hits.
Can you remind me what the... I don't get sneak attack on this, right? Because... Or did he not know I was there? Because I was under the ladder before.
He... Go ahead and make a stealth roll,
Okay.
and then I'll see if he saw you.
Okay. Yeah, it's an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
He didn't see you.
Oh, hell
Whoa.
yeah, so I do get my sneak
Yeah,
attack.
you'll sneak it. You get
Nice. Well, that's only 10 slashing damage.
He... What are you using?
My short sword?
Okay. So you kind of... from out of... from under the railing, you catch him in the neck.
Nice!
And you just kind of... He's still alive.
Oh god.
He's on his knees trying to close the wound on his neck.
Oh, cool. So I stabbed him in the neck with my short sword. I'm gonna pull up my left hand and bonus action shoot him in the face with my hand crossbow.
Okay. Roll to hit with advantage. He's prone.
Hell yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna use the purple one. The purple one doesn't like me right now. It's a 24.
There you
hit?
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, in the box. 7 piercing damage.
How do you want to do it?
I want to shoot him with. I was like stab, like, damn it, and just pull up the other hand and shoot him. Just off.
And that shot rings out. That's probably the first shot other than Hoffman's
Yeah.
that's been fired, and you. This is the first dead body.
Fuck yeah.
And just kind of knocks over
Nice.
on his face.
Hell yeah.
Nice, nice.
Very
That's what I
nice.
wanted. Excellent. Haha.
That makes it Bastion's turn.
Cool. I'm gonna turn and attack the one right behind me.
Yeah.
14 to hit.
14 hits.
Nice. 11 slashing damage. Woohoo.
How do you want to do it?
Bro, I just come up and fucking, as soon as he jumps on the boat, right across his chest.
He's kind of like
No
you see-
mercy.
He's kind of like
Push him off.
And you kind of just run him through and off the
And
ship.
then
You just
push him.
Yes.
And then I push him.
another one falls in the water. Very nice. Then that makes it Jasper's turn.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, first off, bonus action. I would like to rage.
There it is.
That you said that so calmly.
I'm pissed.
I would.
Oh,
Very
that's
focused.
even worse.
Okay, so the closest.
Oh, what am I doing? I have it in my book.
The blue one is in the water.
Yeah, I know, which is not who I'm going for.
Okay.
He
go for
just
that
jumps
guy?
in the water.
I'm gonna go around Captain Hoffman and get this boy here.
Okay.
That's gonna be 21 hits.
Yes, sir.
What damage do I use?
D.
Oh wait, this is
burgling.
hold up. Does anybody have a PHB out? I can
Yeah,
borrow.
here.
Because I want to double check it because it's versatile, I believe.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that I'm using the right
Oh, the right die. For
Yeah.
two-handed.
glaive heavy. No, it is just okay. It is just a 10. So D10.
Got that reach though.
I do got that reach though.
Very good with reach. Scary.
Scary. People are loving this Saltmarsh photo.
And that is gonna be 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And just so you know, anybody that enters within 10 feet of me provokes an opportunity attack.
Okay.
There it is.
I have
There it is.
a clarifying question before we continue. And
Yes.
So I took the crossbow expert feat. Would that be skinned as a crossbow or just as like a small gun that I can? Okay,
Yeah, any crossbow is skinned as a gun.
perfect.
That's what Breezy had.
That's what I would prefer.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to check.
My turn.
That's your turn?
Okay.
Okay, next up is Orphea.
That bitch, okay.
Yeah.
That's a dope ass name, and I'm mad that it's a cool name. I'm mad. I'm mad about that.
I'm mad that she's cool.
Oh no, she's cool! Oh shit, that's right. I get resistances now.
She is going to linger a bit on the edges here. She's not too keen on going in right away.
Oh, don't worry, I might kill her.
But let's see. No. She is.
Stop being a caster that goes on the front lines.
I mean, I'm a rogue, and I have 9 hit points, so that would have taken me out as well.
It's fine. No, this is just
Not
what all my
12.
casters do.
I got
She-
12 of them.
Takes out a.
A pirate,
She's a pirate.
She's a pirate.
and she
She might have one in her.
Jasper, she's going to fire at you with a blunderbuss.
Oh,
Ooh, I like this.
ooh!
That sounds good.
I just love having swords and guns.
Wait, okay. Yeah, that's a clear shot, so.
12 to hit?
No, honey!
Okay.
I'm gonna hear like it cock, and as soon as it goes, poof, I'm just gonna go.
You're gonna. Boom!
Yeah.
It is a huge, wide-mouthed gun.
Ugh.
I'm gonna turn around and say, gotta try better than that next time.
Okay.
Not the first person to shoot me.
That's her turn.
I don't like that.
And then lastly is the crew.
Yay,
Crew, let's go.
boys!
Nice.
The crew, they are all going to sort of take on the more pirates towards the bow.
Okay.
Engaging in certain combat. I'm just going to roll for some of them, not all of them.
I have no capabilities of bringing you up, I'm sorry.
I know. That's
Oh, I
fine.
don't either.
That's
I
cool.
do, and I'm choosing not. I'm kidding.
Good. Thank you.
We don't know each other right now. It's okay.
No, we don't.
2 of them go down.
Oh,
Two of the crew or
No,
two of the
2
pirates?
pirates.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna take these two that are just on the staircase. I'm assuming.
Work their way up. Yeah.
Yeah, they're close.
Yeah, if you're
Smart.
sieging the forecastle.
Okay, that's their turn. Back to the top, round 2 with Crash.
I'm gonna go up to the caramel apple
Yeah, okay.
pop. D6.
That one you've hit. That
Yeah.
one you hit with thunder.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just gonna strike out with my big old jaguar bone.
Awesome.
That's scary.
Bone.
That's real scary.
It's got like some shark teeth and like the ball
Yeah.
joint.
Oh my god.
So this thing's,
Jeez.
Yeah.
and it's definitely looks like it's seen some use before.
That's nasty.
That nope. Come on, be good.
There you
Fuck.
go.
Good.
That is. God, I forgot. I'm a low level caster again, so I can 25 to hit.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Low level.
Like I said, a D8. And I add my wisdom. Oh, max damage. 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
How would you like to do it?
Just fucking. Just like. Just brain.
Right on his
just,
head.
Pretty brutal.
Just
You
blood.
just fucking Negan'd him.
Yeah. This is full
Oh.
Negan. Like, fucking. Elsa, you probably feel like blood like hit your back.
Nice.
That's my
And then the Kraken
action.
cat appears.
And then, am I within? No, I don't think I'm within 30 feet of.
No. Those are 10-foot squares.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's squares.
Then no. Then I'm gonna close up with this D4.
Mm-hmm.
So you can move one more.
Yeah. So,
So you're still about 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting this closing with him.
Anything else?
No.
Wowie wow.
No, my shillelaghs lasts for a minute, so I've got that.
You're good.
No,
You
I
got 9
couldn't.
more rounds.
Yeah, and I couldn't healing word you, so.
Yeah, Vera, I'm gonna need a death save.
Yeah. That's a 15. That's a success.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Zaf's turn.
Okay, Zap.
Zaf Brannigan.
I know.
Do I still have his pistol at this point?
Yes, you do.
He just left it.
You come up with one.
He is going. Jesper, since you're in the way of the captain, essentially.
Oh, I did that on purpose.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of just and turn towards crew members.
No.
You bitch.
And he will drop 3 of them.
Asshole.
How dare. That's weird.
I am just a meat shield. It's fine.
Oh no.
I'm doing my job.
So the 29 other than Jasper is down to 26.
Damn. Still a lot of people.
The pirates. Just sit there.
Yar shimmery.
No sitting down.
Yeah, no sitting down.
Zap and the pirates are
The
sitting.
pirates are keen on keeping their distance currently,
Okay.
and they're going to fire their guns.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm on the
This
ladder.
fucker can't leave me.
Bring it.
Right, correct. So
Or,
the
like,
ones
under it,
the
I
ones
guess.
engaged with crew will the 4 engaged with crew members. 4 more crew members will drop
22.
down to 22.
Oof. Dang.
That one engaged with you, Jasper.
Hit me.
No, he'll try. No guarantee. 10?
No. When he tries to hit me, I'm just gonna shove him off with my glaive, like the staff of my glaive, and just kind of hit him a little bit.
Push.
And push him a little bit.
Let me just make sure.
Ha!
I feel like that's gonna be a lot. We're just gonna push people.
Wait until I can just actually just shove and just.
That one, the one that you're trying to come up on, Crash, is going to back up. He's really to the end of the ship. And he's
Okay.
gonna like. He just saw you. This guy, he's like.
Not even multiple, just like one.
Yeah, that's right. Just one.
Just like
hit.
his friend's face is stuck to the shark teeth.
And he's just gonna like try to fire a flintlock at you. Nat 1, it misfires. So he goes to, and it just goes, and it backfires on him. He's gonna take some damage.
Yeah! I hope it's enough to kill him.
Not enough to kill him.
Damn.
Boo, off the ship.
Does it knock him off the back of the ship since he's backed up to the railing?
Yeah, he's overboard.
I'm gonna do this.
Amazing!
I'm a fucking 7 with the crest. I'm like an 8 foot tall not 8 foot tall, like 7'1" lizard man.
Yeah, we got a lot of tall lizard men.
Yeah,
Fucking amazing.
that's him. Jeez Louise.
Is it my turn?
Oh, I got a lot of pirates here.
Yeah. I think I was
3.
under the ladder to stab that guy.
True.
Is that
They-
correct?
Yeah, you're under the stairway.
Okay.
They're gonna hop down though.
Okay.
This is also the first mate, just so you know.
Okay, the good first mate, or
Yes,
yeah.
the good one.
Good first mate. There's a pair.
The first mate is engaged with
That one?
that one. So Elsa, you're gonna have 2 on you.
Okay.
They're gonna jump down and they're gonna try to stab.
Okay.
Dirty 20
Yeah.
to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
dealing 5
Okay.
slashing damage.
I'm still up.
Okay, let's see, one more. No. 5 to hit.
Yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
Okay. So 1 good clean hit on you. The one on Victor Kyle misses. Victor Kyle actually has drawn his domed nice rapier and is actually in a fencer's stance.
Nice.
Aw.
Errol Flynn, go.
And I believe that's all of them.
I think so,
Yeah.
yes.
the
That
4.
one guy in the water is going to try to climb up
There you go,
at
boy.
disadvantage. Yeah, he starts climbing.
Alright.
There you go.
He's not on the ship yet. He's sans grappling hook, so
I'm sure you can just swim over to a different one.
he's not that smart. Next up is Elsa.
Are there crew members close enough around me that the guys are within 5 feet of an
Yeah,
enemy?
give you that sneak attack.
Perfect. I'm gonna try and stab at the one who stabbed me.
Yeah.
That's the plan. That's a 13.
That hits.
Okay. I'm gonna say no, thank you, and stab him for 14 damage.
How do you want to do it?
I guess they're standing next to me now, right?
Yeah.
So just like up into the ribs, because I'm small. And then, again, because I attacked, bonus action,
I'd like to turn and shoot the one on my other side.
Sure.
Nice.
That's a dirty. No, it's a 22.
It hits.
Okay. 10 gun damage.
So you kind of in the ear. It blows his ear off,
Okay.
and he's on his knees again. You seem to be very good at knocking people just on the ground near death, and you see that part of his jaw has also been blown off,
Oh, excellent.
and he's just kind of like screaming.
Okay.
He's on the ground. He's dropped his weapons. He's
Okay.
screaming at this point.
Effectively.
There's nothing I can do with a move action.
Right.
Right? So I'm just. Okay.
At this point, after Ailsa has shot this pirate, the ones that are still standing are looking as if maybe we've messed with the people who are not necessarily pushovers. And they are now looking amongst each other, kind of like, we should retreat. But it's not their turn. So, next up is Bastion.
Oh, I'm going for this guy that's on, is Victor's his name?
The first mate.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys would be friends.
Yeah, we're buds. Oh, that's a natural one, so probably not.
No, you're kind of like, and
Yeah.
you kind of like, just shoulder check him a little bit.
Just run into him. Ow.
Runs
That's
into an
that
ass.
is a miss. Anything else from you, Bastion?
No.
All right. Jasper.
Okay, so the one on that isn't directly in front of me, I'm going to hit. I forgot to add my
This is the
rage
one you've hit
damage.
before, right?
Yeah, I forgot to add my rage damage before, so you know.
So that was,
Nice.
that was another 2. So
Yeah.
he's still alive, but yes.
So 19
Sure.
to hit.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Oh, spicy meatball. 8 points of slashing damage.
How'd you like to do it?
Well, I'm just going to just cleave down through him and basically just like, yeah, and then use my movement to get as close to Zaph as possible.
Sure.
And then, as a bonus action, as I'm coming down or coming up, because I kind of like went down this way, or like from upper right to lower left with the glaive. As I'm running up the steps, I'm gonna come up and smack him across the face.
Roll a hit.
Excellent. Boy.
That'll be another 19,
That'll hit.
dealing.
A spicy 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Spicy.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Alrighty. That was Jasper's turn. Now it is Orphea's turn.
Bitch.
What's she gonna do?
Probably shoot me again.
She is going to, gauging the feelings of, gauging the feelings of the crew, kind of give a, kind of like a call to Zaph, and kind of say, we have to go. And with that, she dives.
She dies?
She kind of like just turns around and rolls.
Oh, just like literally like a diver
Mm-hmm.
off the side of a little boat.
The crew that are left, the 22, they kind of see that 9 of the 15 pirates are essentially dead. One's in the water. So 8 of the 15 are certainly dead. The crew, having some regained morale, are going to fire their pistols
Yay!
at the remaining 5.
Nice. Let's go, boys.
Is this guy?
That's
Oh,
the
and
one-
this is very
much-
he has 1 hit
He's
point, I think.
mine.
This is very much like Pirates of the Caribbean, the English firing squads.
Oof.
Yeah.
They kind of take out the pistols, line up, some crouch down, and they all fire at the same time.
They have trained for
Okay,
this.
ladies, now let's get in.
So all the ones on the forecastle,
Yeah.
and the one in front, or and the one just coming up here.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
2 more pirates are dead.
Excellent.
That's the crew. Back to the top with Crash.
Okay.
Round 3.
So I would like to get like a bounding start to jump down onto the guy in front of Elsa.
Uh-huh.
So saw me like
He's the one
there.
who's screaming with half a face?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that guy's dead.
No, he's at 1.
Oh, this is a guy with half a face.
That's the
Yeah.
guy with half a face. I had
Crash
2 on me.
smelling blood is gonna like like on all fours like jump up and just try to body tackle this guy. So he's gonna make a bite attack.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
An animal?
Nat 20.
An animal?
He's Just kidding.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my. So I do a 1d6 plus 1 because I'm a lizardman. So that's 2d6.
You know, as one is.
Oh fuck! Do 11 points of piercing damage, and I'm gonna use my Hungry Jaws ability. So you just see me like fucking like a predator out of the jungle, like come down onto this guy and essentially like rip into all like the fleshy part of his neck, rip it off, and swallow it like a crocodile.
Yeah, you essentially see the gator death roll.
It's like off of this guy, and I get 11 points of temporary HP.
There you go.
Okay.
Elsa, you are covered in blood.
Okay. Do I
So am I, but I don't mind.
do I know that this is normal for lizard folk? Should I roll for that?
Make a nature check.
Okay.
Nature check on.
He on X Games.
I rolled an 8.
You know of lizard folk.
Okay.
You've never seen one.
Okay.
This is as a first encounter. This is particularly intimidating.
Because I fully still have a gun pointed at where that guy was. I just shot him
Which
in
is
the
now
head.
trained on the lizard man.
And then free action, I'm going to roar at the guy who's like surrounded by Elsa, Zach. I want to say Zac Efron.
Victor.
Victor and
Bastion.
Bastion.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay. Bring an advantage because I just ripped his friend's head off.
Yeah, that's fair. Sure.
I'm not proficient with that. Not great. 12.
You roar, and he kind of just like he's already thinking about retreating, and he's just kind of like, oh, kind of like averting his eyes, like.
He can't bring his
Very nice, but he's not moving. That's fair. Anything else, Crash?
No, that's it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Vera, another death save for me.
That one's a fail.
Failure. One success, one failure.
Yep.
All right.
Let's go.
Zaf's turn. All right, Jasper, you're on him.
Come on, buddy.
And blocking the gangplank.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know what I'm doing.
He's going to stay where he is, kind of hold his ground.
Let's go.
13 to hit.
No.
Cute.
Okay, and then the other's a nat 1, so he fails that. And he's going to pull out another dagger and try to attack you with that.
Okay.
Oh, nope, misses with that as well.
I'm just an intimidating
11.
wall of a man.
It's not. He's and he tries to backhand with a dagger, but you see him kind of just. You're used to attacks coming at you quickly, and so you kind of just block it with your glaive, manage to stop all attacks coming at you.
Yep.
Wonderful. Then the crew is up next, and they run.
Good.
They take the dodge action. They don't disengage, and they run.
So do we all get
Attacks at
opportunity attacks?
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage, yeah.
Okay.
They're going to jump overboard. So on this one, you'll get one bastion.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll for an opportunity attack with disadvantage.
12 plus.
That'll hit.
Well, yes, 12 plus.
All right, roll for damage.
9.
9. Okay, so you have
Slashing.
effectively knocked him down. He's alive, but he's prone. And then these ones are just gonna
Fail.
Yeah.
bail. No longer. So the only one left is that one.
It's my turn,
After
I
the
think.
after the crew is Elsa.
Stab him.
7.
How would you like to do it?
Stab him. Just stab down.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action
Mm-hmm.
to shoot at Zaf.
All right.
It's my long range, so I'm rolling with disadvantage.
Wonderful. Good enough.
Wow.
Perfectly balanced as all things
Oh,
should
I rolled a
be.
20 and a 1.
How about that?
How about that? Okay, that's fine.
That's a misfire.
Yes, it is.
So, what's the damage? D6.
Yeah.
Take 5.
No, I'm down.
Okay. So I'm gonna just blast you in the face.
I killed like 5 pirates. I'm okay. Yeah. I'm valuable to the captain. It's
But effectively, all that's left is Zaf, and it's not Zaf's turn, but it is Bastion's.
Man, I guess I'm just gonna.
You can make a medicine check to stabilize
yeah,
people.
I am
Oh, okay.
concussed and
Yeah.
So either one of
Down
these.
on
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say he's probably looking at the people who are down,
Mhm.
honestly. So
Mhm.
he'll go over and help them, I guess.
Okay, which one?
That's Elsa over there.
I
And
know.
this is-
I
That's,
know.
yeah.
I know, but
Is it
he's
Elsa?
Are you
ladies'
Elsa's?
man.
Elsa.
Elsa?
Yeah, it's like the ash, the A.
Yeah.
L. So
Like
it's kind
Aether.
of like a, yeah.
Elsa.
Okay, he's helping Elsa.
Roll a medicine
Thank
check for me.
So, Courtney, what's your...
9.
Thank you.
Just short.
Thanks for trying.
Sorry.
Just short.
But no, it's not for you.
Perhaps if you were more of a trained physician.
No.
Perhaps
Then
if you
it goes to Jasper.
I don't like that.
I'm going to attack
Okay.
Zaf, because
Right.
he's a little bitch.
Good.
Natural 16, so 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
13 points of slashing damage, and then I'm going to do an additional hit as I go cleave down and hit him again with an upward motion with the other end.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be 19 a hit,
19 will hit.
dealing an additional 2 point. Oh wait, hold up. Yeah, I believe 2 more points of bludgeoning damage. I don't remember if I add my strength to that or not.
But you would have
You had
rage
rage.
damage.
Oh, so additional 4 points, which I
Okay.
didn't add before.
It is at this point, as a reaction, Zaf throws down his swords and puts his hands in the air. Combat is effectively over.
That's right, motherfucker.
I'm gonna like put the glaive, like the blunt, or the stick end of it to his chest, kind of like pinning him to the railing, so he's not gonna like try any funny fucking business.
Yeah.
I'd like to try and do a... I'd like to try to stabilize Elsa.
Yes.
And then, in like a turn, move my 30 feet and then try to then healing word.
We're out of combat, so.
Okay. So, nat 20 to stabilize Elsa.
Oh my god!
Combat 1.
Hell yeah!
And then move 30 and seeing Vera down. Vera gets 5 hit points.
Nice. Everyone, wonderful.
Just says something. He says something in Aquan, or a language that no one knows. unless
I'll
it's
just sit up on my elbows, look around.
Captain Hoffman sort of comes up to you, Jasper, and kind of, you feel a firm hand on your shoulder. Well done. You may stand down.
I'll do it.
And as you sort of step aside, Zaf says, with his hands still raised, all right, what do you want?
Does he drop his weird voice or whatever? Or is he still like the.
It's
the
definitely
holier-
less cocky.
He's
Okay, okay.
deflated, one could say.
And it's at this point that Hoffman reaches into his back pocket and takes out a set of manacles and clasps him, Zaf.
Alright.
And then grabs the chain in between them, hauls them, and gives them to you, Jasper. Says,
Got 'em.
take him down to the brig.
Will do. And I'm just gonna like very coldly and meanly just making it as uncomfortable as possible as I take him down.
And then to the rest of the rest of you, he says, we make for Saltmarsh. Prepare to land in 15.
1815?
Is there? So that's okay. That's both of my spells for today. I need to remember that.
And him and Victor start making their way back up to the helm.
Is there any way to help? Can I try and stabilize crew members, or are they just straight up dead? all
They're dead. They've
Okay.
been killed.
Okay.
So in total, 7 crew members have lost their lives today.
But more pirates.
But 15, essentially, pirates have been, 9 pirates, 10 have been deterred, 5 have fled.
I love having 2 attacks. I killed so many pirates. That was great.
Hoffman kicks off the gangplank, and you start moving again. A little bit. You did
We waited.
you did weigh anchor,
It's gonna come up, yeah.
so that's gonna come up, and then you start moving. There are no cannons on this ship, so it's not gonna sink it.
So we're not
So it's just gonna
outside.
float there, off the harbor, unless anyone would like to do something with it.
I mean, I would like to look, but it's okay.
I'm kind of
dealing
assuming
with
the
prisoner.
first mate might come back anyway.
Can I pat Zaf down? Does he have anything? As I'm taking him into the brig, making sure he doesn't have anything he can use to get out.
He has, he's no weapons on him.
That's fine.
He has no gold on him.
Oh.
But he does, in his pocket, have a silver key.
I will be taking that silver key.
Mhm.
And then as I'm kind of like patting him down and just like, I'm like, where's this go to?
I don't know.
Don't fucking lie to me. Where does it go to?
Chest at the bottom of the ocean.
First off, I want to make an insight check.
Okay.
Do not get it. It's a natural one, and I'm just gonna furrow my brows and be like, boom, to hit it right in the face,
Okay. He's gonna just take it as he has to.
and then just shove him back in.
Cool. Eventually, you can take him down to the hold, where there's a small holding cell.
Yeah, that's where I
Half of it's underwater.
yeah, sucks to be him.
Yeah.
Good.
No, I don't need those boots. I got my own boots.
Make it more uncomfortable.
No.
Okay. All right. And you set sail back for Saltmarsh.
Hell yeah.
We on?
We're on.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Wonderful. So, in the 15 minutes that it takes, eventually,
That break.
you come up to the harbor of Saltmarsh.
Woo!
So, here you see a rather bustling town. You see as the ship, the Paradise, slowly stops in the harbor. You see that there are tons of little fishing boats coming in and out, zinging out of the harbor. Some with full nets, some with empty nets. You see fishermen just on the docks with poles, casting lines in. You see people sort of setting up stalls where they're cutting off fish heads, scaling, descaling fish, gutting them, selling different ropes, hooks, all sorts of manner of fishing equipment, and anything you could possibly need on a seafaring voyage. Probably the most noticeable thing about the harbor, though, is the smell. It smells like fish, and it's not a pleasant smell. Not the worst one you've ever smelled. Some of you spent a very long time on a boat, but it is not something that you're necessarily thrilled about smelling. However, the nice thing about being back off of the boat is you are on land.
I'm sorry.
You're good. You are no longer...
It's a fisherman clearing.
Yeah, that's a fishman cutting off...
A fishmonger?
Fishmonger.
There you go.
Fishman.
Is
Fishman.
a cheese cart here?
Wonderful.
Is there a cheese cart here?
There's not.
Ah, damn.
There's not a cheese cart. There's a fish cart. Not as fun.
I can get those out of the water.
But it is at this point that I will give you guys the map.
Yay!
The map.
Is that a problem?
So this is a map of Saltmarsh. North is up here. In the book, it's like this, even though north is that way.
Confusing.
North oriented.
Nice.
Locations are numbered. The only person who would know where anything really is Elsa.
That's me.
She's really the only
That's
native.
right.
I'm home.
That's right, we
So-
bought this book 3 years
Are
ago.
we coming into A here?
You are coming into... Let me get my map.
The map.
The map. You are coming into 15.
Okay. Where's my house?
16.
Oh shit, we're right here.
Yeah.
Damn, okay. Alright.
So you land in the weekly market. The weekly market, where this is a prominent market square, essentially right off of the harbor, that is filled with merchants who gather on the first day of every week to sell. So today is the first day of the week. The center area has several long tables where you see people are eating. So generally the people who come off of ships get off, and there's food that's generally just laid out for people to take.
That's nice of them.
That being said, there are flies buzzing all over the food, kind of landing on the carved meat. The food isn't especially nice, but it's free and it's warm. At this point, it is probably closer to noon, so this is the peak point of market activity, so it's fairly busy. But welcome to Saltmarsh.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to check us out at all your favorite social media platforms at Ghostlight Dice. Ghosts of Saltmarsh is an adventure module written for D&D 5th edition, published by Wizards of the Coast, LLC. Special thanks to John Claudy for our theme, Into the Deep.